Hey guys, Adrian here. I'm going to share my layout now. It's pretty much completed to a point, or at least running them. So I've done a few changes. You can see here right off the start. There's more trackage coming out of here. I put this in for a reverse loop. It's actually a two-track reverse loop. And the other big change I did is I added a whole level up top here. It's pretty good, and again another reverse loop at top, so I can run trains continuously top to bottom, leave them run. They go pretty good. And then I've also added, filled in top of my helix, put a gravel pit in there, and I put another double track down there. There's a few changes here, but we'll start with the reverse loop. The first one here, so this is actually comes off the Fort Nelson yard, and it comes through here. It holds about 25, 26 cars on each track. Goes under here, and it actually goes underneath the stairs, which is not very easy to build, but I did it anyway. So it's great, runs fantastic. There's no ballast, of course, in there, so the trains run very smoothly through there. And it's a great place to store a train and then say continuous run. The second one I'll follow down here. So basically, this comes into the Fort Nelson yard on the backside here, and then kind of come around there, and that's the Fort Nelson yard. We'll see that in a bit here. And while I'm on this end here, I'll show you this is Septimus yard, and it comes around this side here. Through this tunnel, and then down this side here, and it returns back into this tunnel here. So that's kind of how that starts there. So we'll come around to that side and we'll follow it down. So there's the reverse loop. This is actually, I took a picture the day we were about this area. My RDCs sit here, and then they come out. Double trains can go by, which is nice. And then around this part here, there's my 611 gravel pit. I'm in the Pine Pass, basically. And it comes down again, double track all the way down, and then through this tunnel, back around behind that white board there, or blue board, and then into the Septimus yard here. So there's my track cleaning train there. It's parked by the tunnel, good place for it. And then up top here, we go to the Septimus yard, which used to be only 3 tracks. I've made that into 7 now. This used to be my start and end point of my train, so I had them stored up here all the time. So it was a good place to have them come up and sit. And I usually have 1 or 2 ready to go. Anytime someone comes over, we can run some trains. And that goes around there. So we'll follow this down. So from the Septimus yard, the bridge is put in, as you can see now. This is the Peace River Bridge across the Peace River. This is be in Tater. Coming across here around, this is where I put an extra switch in here, or a siding, for the bridge crew to sit in. And comes down here, around the helix, 3 times around, comes in here to Tater. So the pulp mill's finished now, and the Spectra gas plant's finished, and the other Canfor plant is finished now as well. So, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sidings in here for trains to come and go. Then the train comes through here, underneath the bridge here, the river, and comes around here from the back of this Canfor mill. This would be Fort St. John now, and this is this little lumber mill here. And then Fort St. John's got a bunch of sidings here that go around the corner. And there's actually a siding that goes behind those trees there to the grain elevators that are located at the back there. So that's what that part is. And then I've got my truck on flat car loading here. And here's my yard here. So I've got my maintenance away cars in here. Usually I spread them around a bit more. There's a couple new ones here. So, and my little engine house here. And then in here we've got a couple extra sidings. That's the salvage yard is more or less kind of finished now, and my Lafarge is finished now as well. And we can kind of look at it from this side. Put in lots of lights because I've added this layer here, so I had to put lights in here, so that's a big difference. But it works out pretty good for the most part. And there's the Cargill grain elevator, and there's another little oil platform here as well for unloading. So basically, as we come down here, we come out of here, we leave Fort St. John, and then it comes around all the way down here. There's another track down here, another staging track as well. More maintenance weight vehicles and trains here, ready to go. And there's a double track there, into a single track in the corner, then another double track here. They haul about 20 cars a piece. And that goes through there. And then into the helix again for three loops around. Then it comes back over here, and this is the Fort Nelson train truck bridge, which we actually do have up here. So we actually drive across this without any notice to the railroad. And we just have to watch the signals for trains. So Then we come in through here, and then across the Alaska Highway here, which I do have some lights for that. I haven't put them in yet. And then around there's the ballast pit. It's on the first video. Now it's finished. And then into Fort Nelson we go. And then I've got all my sidings in here. Got a little work engine up here going on, my little switcher with the slug. And then on this side is actually more Fort Nelson yard here as well. And it comes around there. Truck on flat car loading as well. And then we've got where we unload pipes up here. Gasoline alley's all finished now. I got the Lafarge unloading plant here for cement. And we have Enersol there for loading the sulfur cars. And more gas stations and stuff like that. And then we finish off with the polar board plant here. This is an OSB plant that is up here now. Sadly, all the mills up here are shut down, so there's not a lot of train traffic anymore. It's not even once a week, I don't think. So, but that's kind of my layout at a glimpse. So enjoy. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I can hopefully answer them. But there's the whole layout, top to bottom. Man, it's a lot of fun. I do enjoy it. I've been building this thing since about 2010, so it's been 8 years now, and it's been a great time. So, okay, thanks for watching.